how to set him up. And this young kid's doing quite a good job driving the race car. I think a little experience, he's going to be tough to beat. As you can see right there, Tony Stewart.
Well, he gave him a lesson right
that's
there.
That's right, he sure did. He said, oh, he hit the wall back there, going down the back straightaway.
Oh, he's upside down, barrel rolling down the backstretch. And he slides to a stop on the inside. The red flag is out.
You could see him hit the wall as he came off of that corner, and once it hit the wall, it slid around to the left side, and the left side caught and turned around. You can see his hand.
Jeff moving inside the cockpit. What a wild ride. After he hit the wall, the car came back around on the with the weight. It came back around and dug in and started barrel rolling down the backstretch.
Right. You know, it's a good sign when you see the driver moving around in there. They're all there, of course, working on him, trying to help him get out of the cockpit. But if he's conscious and moving around, it's always a pretty good sign, I think. But he took it terribly hard. That was one of the toughest flips I've seen down here. It went for a long, long way. It went a long way down that back straightaway.
All right, now watch as he
got off of the corner. He just got a little high. He slapped it with the right rear, then the right front hit. He tries to pull it down off. He slides to the left and then back. When he gets that soft left rear, that's when you get in a lot of trouble on pavement. Here you can see he's over once, twice. There's the third time he's over. Now he does a little pirouette. 4 or 5. The arms.
This is where it hurts right here.
Yeah, that's when he gets in. His arm. He had one arm way outside the cockpit. It wasn't out the top, but it was out the side. The arm
first
restraints.
Couple of barrel rolls, though, as he was burning up the energy, dissipating the energy, the car was only making light contact with the cage as it went over. Watch again.
Right.
As you see when it starts to hurt.
The arm restraints really are doing a pretty good job here of holding his arms down. See, they kept him from going out the top of the cage, which is where you don't want them. So he was. They did a very good job. Here we see from Jeff Sands, maybe we can get a little bit better idea. Oh, we can see him going down the racetrack because they're all trying to avoid him. That race car was pretty high when you look at it from that angle, a lot higher than it looked from that other camera angle.
Yeah, he got some altitude there as they continue to work down there, and Dave Despain is also down there in that area. Maybe Dave could give us a better update.
We are in our precautionary mode here. They have the backboard out for Jeff Hunt, but he is wide awake and he's talking to the doctors. They've got the neck collar in place, or they're preparing to put that on him. They've not taken his helmet off yet. They're obviously being very, very careful because that was a heck of a ride. But he is wide awake. He's fully conscious and appears to be fully alert, and he's talking with them about where it hurts, basically. The car is a mess, but it looks like the driver is going to be okay. They're going to take him to the emergency care center on the grounds, evaluate his condition, and then make a decision about whether they need to transfer him over to Methodist.
Larry, when we cover IndyCar racing, we talk a lot about the cars dissipating the energy with the parts flying off the car. There's really nothing to fly off a Midget. They go back to the old Roadster days, the tube-frame construction. The driver really takes a beating.
Right, Midgets and sprint cars, obviously with a solid tube frame, when that car hits something, all that energy is absorbed right back into the driver. And when they hit as hard as he was hitting there, you know, he's going to be a plenty sore young man if that's all he is. But, you know, right now they just want to take every precaution. You just never can be too careful for neck and head injuries. And he can't really tell him. He's a little dazed right now. He's probably saying, I'm okay, I'm okay. But these doctors do not want to take any unnecessary precautions. It's better to be a little longer right now, make sure he's okay, than discover that maybe something is a little worse than he thought once they get him out of the race car.
Well, the adrenaline flow can certainly mask an injury, and at that point right there, you're really juiced up after a ride like that, and you think you're just fine.
I've done it. Everybody that's in a race car out here has done it. And once you get it done, all you want to do is say, I'm okay, let me up, let me up. And it is the adrenaline, and plus you kind of, it's a male thing, I guess. You want to be okay. Dave, you got another comment?
Yeah, we just saw evidence of exactly what you're talking about as they slipped the backboard in behind him. Jeff tried to actually raise himself up out of the cockpit, and they said, no, just let us take care of that. You just relax and sit here for a minute. And they said, are you doing okay? And he said, well, this thing on my neck's a little too tight. It's hurt me. That's the collar that they put on him. So I think he's A-okay. His arms appear to be fine again. We don't want to speculate on a medical situation here, but the crews are doing their work very, very well. They've got an ace team of medical and safety people here, and they're going to take him over and check him out, but I think everything's going to be okay.
You know, and so often we talk about the roll cage and the furor that was created when the roll cage became mandatory in the late 60s, the early 70s, but so many drivers have had such violent crashes, and they've walked away because of that roll cage, and the cage again took its abuse. So we're in the red light situation here in heat race number 3. You saw why as they're continuing their work with Jeff Hunt, so we'll take this break and come back with more from Raceway Park. Procedures today, but he said, Ken, I'll be watching this evening, so we're glad to have Kenny along and hear that he's doing better out there in the east. You can see the aftermath of the accident as they load Jeff Hunt into the ambulance.
Yeah, and while we're talking, you know, everybody said hello to Stan and Paige and that. But we also want to say get well to Aaron Berryhill, got burned pretty badly out at Knoxville a couple of weeks ago, and also to the CEO of the United States Auto Club, Dick King, who had some triple heart bypass surgery of his own a couple of weeks ago, and he's home recuperating. So we want to just tell all of you guys get well soon.
Look how well the car sustained that accident as we watch again. Now here is the pass as Stewart goes on by him. Now watch the black number 1.
Yeah, Stewart just moves up. I'm not sure he ever hits him, but he sure gets his attention as he moves up there. I think Jeff had to move over just a little bit. He got a little higher coming off of that corner than he really wanted to be. He was kind of up a little bit in the marbles, and as he came off, straightened out, the right rear just slid out and banged that wall just a little bit. And then the left front, and he was just kind of doing tank slappers at that point. And you're going so fast here, when you start doing that, you're in big trouble, and that's exactly what happened. The left rear folded under, and she just took off, and he was along for the ride.
And anytime you land on the tail of the car, it takes some abuse in the lower back area. So he'll be taken. We have a very fine medical facility right here at Indianapolis Raceway Park, so he'll be checked out there. And if he needs more observation or more tests, he'll be taken on to Methodist Hospital.
The roll cage and the race car looked like it held up remarkably well. I think that's a stealth car there, right there, and it was looked like it held up remarkably well under the circumstances.